Bags of Fun was started because when Gabby was 5 years old, she was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor. It was the day before her 5th birthday. And I called my mom and asked her to bring some stuff because we had to stay at the hospital. And one of the things we had in our closet was a bag of things that we took to the mountains and on airplane rides. And my mother, being a classic grandmother, that bag wasn't good enough and went and bought a new bag. And there were new toys in it, and Gabby started calling it her bag of fun. And she took it with her to the hospital everywhere. Every time she went for a visit, she took it with her. And she noticed in the hallway when she was waiting for her treatment, the other kids didn't have a bag. And she asked me one day, she said, "Why don't the other kids have bags of fun?" And I said, "Well, because you're very lucky and you have people that care about you and you have toys." And I didn't have a good answer as a mother. I didn't have a good answer. And September 28th of 2004, she passed away. I was sitting on my front porch with one of my best friends and was crying and just, "How do you do this? What do you do? How do you do this?" And she said, "You do what Gabby asked you to do. You do Bags of Fun." So we started Bags of Fun. 3 weeks later, had our first meeting. About 9 months later, had our first fundraiser and raised enough to deliver 90 bags of fun and continued to do fundraising for it with the community's help and have delivered over 3,000 bags of fun in the last 10 years.
A normal kid's work is play, and so even more so when they're sick, that they get to play to feel normal. These bags are full of things that actually take up time and keep them occupied for the hours and hours that they have to wait around here.
Bags of Fun was introduced to me very early when I took over the position from my predecessor. And it was really identified as a key component of that help to get a kid toward the healing recovery phase or to support them during their illness.
Oh, I think all forms of play actually help reduce anxiety. Makes the child feel they're in a much more normal environment.
It gives the kids something to do when they're here for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and all the hospital has to offer is TV.
The big pocket had Space Monkeys, and the Leapster GS. The medium one had like the remote control car in it.
It was all for him, and he didn't have to justify it being a birthday or Christmas. It was just for him, just for fun.
The parents love the quality of the backpack itself, and they use them to bring their supplies back and forth. And then, so we see the little Gabby's Bag logo all over the hospital.
Certainly all of the kids with an oncology diagnosis get them, but kids who have significant kidney disease, kids who have neurologic disease, kids who are undergoing cardiovascular surgery, kids with seizures.
Each child is shopped for individually, so it's personal shopping. Well, the first thing I always think of course, we look at the gender and the age, but the wheels start turning, but I immediately go and get the noise putty because I know that has to be included in every single bag.
It's so funny that that little noise putty is just the littlest toy, cheapest toy, and kids carry that around with them and love it the most.
And I don't really like that stuff.
You don't like the noise putty?
Yeah, once you put it in your ear, you can't really get it out.
I think to the parents it really matters that we're actually seeing the child as a child with other needs apart from some nasty chemotherapy.
Amazing!
You thought that was amazing? It was pretty fun to get that? Does it help you keep busy while you're here when you have to come for long visits?
Yes.
Yes. I've also had parents tell me the story, "I can't get rid of the backpack. My kid's gone and off to college, but his backpack, his bag of fun, still hangs in the front closet." And that's the impact that is unbelievable about this program.
The care providers think that the Bags of Fun are essential. They would riot if they thought that we couldn't provide those bags anymore, or if somehow we had a kiddo who was coming and we couldn't provide one.
It really is a blessing every day to be able to say, "This is what I do." Did you like your Bag of Fun?
Yes, 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 and yes.
Do you think the other kids should get a Bag of Fun?
Yes, 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 and yes.